EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. From the 27, Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
No, we change it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And some space here. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Touchdown! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 65 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Jackson running again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson, options out left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Dobbins will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
No, we changed it. We changed it. Hey, hey.
To throw is Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Ready?
In motion left, the tight end. to the 2-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball banked way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Let's go!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll run with Pollard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Prescott off play action. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number. And
that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On play action, Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. We're going to 54. One here. Everybody kill. Then we're going to 53.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. To throw again is Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
On second and goal, here's the option.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Run for Pollard.
And he's got some space here. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to